Hey G.
Morning Jess, how are you?
Well, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad, it's lovely and bright today.
Amazing. So Gia, this is our first walk and talk get together as part of Move More Mun, so excited to catch up with you and get the steps in while we're at it.
Yeah, I'll take you around the beautiful University of Strathclyde.
Yeah. So what's the season been like for you so far? Has there been any kind of standout moments? I know there's a lot for me, but what are your kind of key moments so far in the season?
Yeah, so the season, the fact that it's happening is a huge plus. We weren't too sure at the beginning with the pandemic happening and all that, so I mean to get each round played so far and everyone being safe and healthy is a huge win, but standouts definitely would be that first win against Stars. It was off the back of the double header and we weren't sure how we were going to go after our loss to Thunder, so that one was a huge for us in terms of confidence boosting. And then obviously our two draws against Mavericks and Wasps, as frustrating as draws are, they were quite exciting games and definitely sort of our message to the rest of the league that we can take it to those top teams. So the next challenge for us will be getting over the line and taking those wins, but definitely a highlight.
How does it make you feel when Sirens are referred to as the underdogs? I think we've kind of proven our point by now, and was your comment about Sirens being the big guns, was that kind of in response to that?
At the beginning we didn't mind being called the underdogs, when we weren't anyone's favourite to win the match. That suited us just fine because we only had to prove to ourselves what we were capable of. But yeah, that comment about being the big guns was more just referring to our self-belief as a team. We think we can take it to anyone, and I think our performances have shown that. So yeah, we consider ourselves a big gun even if the rest of the league doesn't.
How do you motivate the squad during the games, especially during those really closely contested matches against the top four?
I sort of thought to myself at the beginning of the season, especially with the double headers, how we're going to keep the energy going, especially on the second game. But I just try and pick a theme and keep referring back to it in all the huddles. Karen Atkinson at the very beginning of the season referred to us as having that sort of mongrel dog mentality. So when we have our hands in, we often refer back to that sort of stuff, which funnily enough ties back into the underdogs and the big guns. So yeah, just making sure that for the match everyone is as pumped as they can be, and just referring back to that one common theme.
How do you lead the team? Have you got any kind of top tips that you follow to ensure that you're the best leader that you can be?
So I like to lead by example, that I would never ask a player to do something if I'm not doing it at that standard. Accountability is huge for me, so making sure everyone knows that once we set a standard, it's not okay if you're not meeting those standards. And then third, just to make sure I have relationships with all the girls on a personal level, because I can't have those hard conversations with the team if I haven't put in the work and built those relationships up. So yeah, definitely making sure, leading by example and really calling each other up if we're not performing at what we agreed to.
It's been a pretty intense training schedule for you. What has the intensity been like at training, and also how do you recover after your training and your matches? Sorry.
Yeah. Training has been great. We've got our two main court sessions, and the Thursday we've got the full squad there, which is great to sort of replicate the match play. The bus journeys we're used to, so we're not going to complain about the travel, but the perform better equipment has been so essential in helping our bodies just remain, nice and free. We've got all the girls using the range of equipment, so really helping that. And then obviously on match day to get pumped up for the sessions, the girls, we've been loving Iron Brew, just something just before the match and after to help us recover and get through. So no, it's been good, we're happy so far.
The netball family aren't quite back on the netball court in the same way that you guys are, but what advice can you give to the community that can ensure that they have their netball fitness in check by the time we're allowed to get back in court?
So definitely jump on the social media and just have a look at what challenges are there. The Sirens have just launched their 100-mile walk or run challenge to sort of get moving better. NSPTC's got a few great challenges out there, so yeah, grab a few friends and look on social media and see what challenges are around. But also just taking the time that we have on weekends, all of our downtime, just to make sure you're out and moving. There's not a whole lot we can do to fill our weekends, so as long as it involves some sort of movement or exercise with a bunch of friends, that's the best we can do at the moment.
Alright, one last one, Gia. Have you got any messages for the Sirens fans out there?
Yeah, definitely. The Sirens triumph have been incredible. Even though we're not playing at home for the Emirates Arena, the buzz and support on social media, we're definitely noticing, and we love hearing from everyone. So keep that up because we're building something really good within the team and can't wait till we can play in front of you guys at home again.